What's up, Sagittarius? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting October 25th, 2025. Sagittarius, I hope all is well with you guys. Welcome any new subscribers to the channel. I appreciate you. The decks that I am using or will be using today will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals intentionally. Just going to cleanse and shuffle the energies up from Dawn. Scorpio's messages for the week, and we're about to see what is coming up for you, Sagittarius. Energy here for Sagittarius. Give me all the messages here for Sagittarius, please. What can Sagittarius expect this week energetically? All right, so we're going to cut this deck here. I'm going to pull out another deck. Something new that I'm trying. I did it in Scorpio's video. It didn't turn out to be too bad, but we'll see as we are moving forward. This is the second deck, so give me all the messages here for Sagittarius. This is more like an oracle deck here. Beautiful messages there. I don't know. It's just a deck I came across that was very appealing. I wanted to use it in my readings here, and I'm doing this differently because, like I said in Scorpio's video, I have a tendency to get real bored with doing these readings. I enjoy doing them, but you know, when you do them enough and it just becomes monotonous, then I get bored real quick, and then, you know, sometimes, you know, I want to bail out and don't want to do them, but I got to entertain myself as well. So we're going to try this new deck here and incorporate it into your messages, Sagittarius, so just bear with me. It's a very slippery deck. Anyway, so let's begin with the first card and message for you, Sagittarius. We're going to begin with the Three of Wands. All right, so the Three of Wands, as you know, is sort of like the green light card that I always say if you haven't been to my channel before. And I say green light because if you have received, in your spread, the Two of Wands, that's usually slow and stagnant energy. So when you receive the Three of Wands, that's the green light to the Two of Wands, meaning that whatever it is that you were, you know, could have been waiting for, now comes to you that much quicker. You know, some sort of speed picks it up. Anyway, this is a card that indicates that there is something that you may be moving towards that is very positive, or something very positive is about to move towards you. Now, if I haven't mentioned it in your video before, it's usually the Three of Wands, the any of the movement cards, Three of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. It's kind of like different from the Major Arcana of the Chariot, because that Major Arcana of the Chariot is stronger than the energy of the cards that I had just mentioned. So in this case, Three of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Swords, when something is moving towards you, it could be something moving towards you that's very positive, or you moving towards that energy that is very positive. When it comes to the Chariot, it's definite energy of positivity that's moving towards you. Okay. Now, I always talk about the Three of Wands in terms of long distance love affairs and romance. So you could be the Sagittarius that I'm reading for that may be involved with that. You also may be the Sagittarius that could be traveling this week. And if you are Sagittarius, you're going to be safe to and from. So anything that wasn't moving for you, maybe a project, maybe an assignment, maybe a relationship, now that picks up some sort of speed with the Three of Wands. All right, so the next card here from another deck, we have OCD. Okay, so my reading for Sagittarius who is dealing with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, fear of germs, urges, fear of losing something or forgetting something, and having to deal with intrusive thoughts. All right, so that's OCD. Next card up here after OCD, we have not reading reversals, Five of Pentacles for some Sagittarius. I'm reading for could be having some sort of concerns over your money this week, always coming up, feeling that you're, coming up short, not having enough money to pay your bills. Also, too, it could be, that you experience some sort of cold shoulder treatment from others, feeling left out by others. Also, too, this is my ghosting card. So, you could be ghosting someone, Sagittarius, or someone ghosting you. However, there is a a positive aspect that comes out of the Five of Pentacles, and you still be the Sagittarius that I'm reading for that could donate your time and money to worthy charitable causes. If there is any worry or concerns over your money this week, just note that the Five of Pentacles indicates just temporary energy. All right. So on top of the Five of Pentacles, now we have Fox. Scorpio has drawn the Fox, and this is sort of like their first card that they drew. And the Fox simply says here, someone who is very clever, smart and deceitful, sly and crafty, could be dishonest, quick-witted, head over heart, intelligent, and very cunning. Now, when the Fox shows up, and again, if you've been with me long enough to know that any foxes that show up in any reading that I've done with other cards that I have used, I always say you have to be careful. The fox is very sly, very slick, very cunning, like the words just described, right? So this could be someone that you are dealing with in the workplace environment, because oftentimes the fox would indicate employment. It could be outside of that. The fox is representing employment, but it also could be individuals within your employment that you have to be careful of, that they're sneaky, cunning, very deceitful. Okay, so that is the fox. So either you know somebody, or you'll come across somebody who fits this description or has these attributes. Okay. Following the Fox here, now we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, where something comes in very, very fast that may put a smile on your face, always an element of surprise. This is a card that I always say that you may be initializing something this week, and that could be almost anything, Sagittarius. It could be it's the beginning stages of passion, so it could be a relationship, it could be a project, it could be, a start of a new hobby or creative pursuit. All right, that's the Ace of Wands. On top of the Ace of Wands here, now we have balance. Balance just simply says even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady, footing, poise, level, and equilibrium. All right, so some balance here. Card up here next for you, Sagittarius, Five of Cups. Five of Cups is sadness and disappointment. Again, like the Five of Pentacles, is temporary. If it does express itself, I've always said this, I don't place too much emphasis on the Five of Cups when it's drawn, because, we go through sadness and disappointments on our daily lives. So if it's not you that you experience this energy, Sagittarius, it could be a child. If you have a child, it could be your romantic partner, it could be someone else in your family, it could be a friend, could be a coworker. So again, I don't place too much emphasis. Unlike the Five of Pentacles, it's temporary if it does express itself at all. On top of the on top of the Five of Cups, we have free spirit. That's Sagittarius, this will be you. Definitely. Okay, look at the fiery red hair. That is you. A person who thinks and acts in an uninhibited way without worry about normal social rules. Nonconformist and follows the soul. Is that you? I'm reading you right there. All right, so I like these cards. Anyway, next one up is the Five of Wands. So far, you've drawn 3 fives, and Five of Wands is always the projection of energy, Sagittarius, that may come on to you by others in the form of disputes, petty arguments. I always say don't engage. It's usually what's going on with them ain't got nothing to do with you. They're just trying to draw you in. And if you get drawn in, then you become a part of this conflicting energy here, right? Don't do it. As quickly as it may come through, it will go away just as quickly if you would just avoid it. Don't add fuel to the fire. If it is not that energy that you are engaged with this week, Sagittarius, then some of you anytime during the week could just experience a moment of, restlessness, and that too shall pass. Up next here for you, we have charming. Okay. All right. Someone is charming, charismatic, appealing, captivating, alluring, winning, delightful, magnetic, attractive, seductive, and fascinating. Now, this could be For Sagittarians who are partnered already, and this is how you see your partner, all of those qualities they possess. Or it could be, we have the Ace of Wands that was drawn, initiate new relationships. Okay, now specifically that could be a romantic relationship, but also too it could fall into the the platonic category of friendship. So, but still, you may have already be dealing with the person who is charming here, or there's someone you're about to meet. Okay. All right. So following that, we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is all about paying attention to your intuition, making sure that you are, understanding the process of those impressions that you get, Sagittarius, in your gut, and the inner voices that you hear, the clear inner voices that you hear, usually coming from your spirit guides. Usually the first thing that you get is the correct answer. All right, so that's number one. And then also, too, the Seven of Cups represents having to, could be already receiving that energy that you are experiencing with, romantic partners, could be co-workers, could be family. That's the Seven of Cups. And also, too, there may be multiple things for you to pick and choose from, but making sure that you are paying attention to your intuition to choose the things that are going to be best for you. On top of the Seven of Cups, now we have ancestors. Ancestors says a person from whom someone is descended or a predecessor, any family line connecting with deceased relatives, merit of the ancestors. Interesting. Okay. Somebody might be online looking up, their ancestral history, their connection. All right. Very important. Card after ancestors here for you, Sagittarius. Now we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, this is you again, a younger energy. Page of Wands is usually all about having to, again, be some beginning stages of a passionate event. It could be a new relationship. It could be a project. This could be an actual person who comes to you and delivers some sort of happy news in your face, that may put a smile on your face. Okay, that would be the Page of Wands. And then again, any attempts, pursuits in terms of creativity or hobbies is also the Page of Wands. On top of the Page of Wands, now we have broke. Okay, broke just simply says a person who has very little or no funds, penniless, bankrupt, destitute, impoverished, insolvent, poor, needy, and poverty stricken. Hopefully that's not you, but it may be that somebody who is like that, or someone who is just down on their luck. That would be the energy for them. Okay. All right, so the last card here for you in this spread. Now we have a big money card, the Wheel of Fortune. Major Arcana wants to show up. So anything that was unfortunate for you, Sagittarius, may turn around for you and become fortunate. This is fate and destiny. So it could be that, things that you are, that it was destined for you or fated for you will come to you. And then also, too, if you're the risk-taking Sagittarius that always talk about gambling, doing the casino runs or whatever, playing the lottery, just play responsibly. And this is an opportunity of big money coming in. However, for the entire week, though, you have luck on your side. Okay, you definitely have luck on your side, luck in your favor. On top of the Wheel of Fortune here for you, the last card is sickness. Scorpio also has drawn this card here. So I could be reading for a Sagittarius who could be under the weather, like dealing with the flu or some other illness. This one here says a state of being ill, some sort of affliction, disorder, dealing with some sort of disorder, disease, infection, could be a bug, could be a virus, could be a bacteria illness, not feeling well. This says unwell, malady, complaints, and infirmity. So someone could be not only dealing with some sort of bug, viral. This is cold and flu season, right? That we're in. So someone could definitely be sick. It could be involving any respiratory types of illness. Someone could be hospitalized. It may be, that someone who was hospitalized because they're in the hospital bed. You see the IVs here. Someone needing fluids, IV fluids. All right, so it could be you, and again, it's somebody that you may know if it is not you. But anyway, this is what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. I figured I wanted to do something differently, and so far I think I like what I'm doing. But just keep in mind, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Always take what's going to work for you, Sagittarius. Leave the rest alone. But before you go, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Sagittarius, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.